Mowing around fences can be really annoying, especially these wire fences. With a string trimmer, it'll chew up your string. It just ate up the last of the string I had. If you're using something like a metal blade, that can be even worse if it hits the fence. But I'm going to show you a simple hack that can eliminate most of that problem. Of course, on YouTube, we have to call things a hack. If we get caught calling it something like a technique, we don't even want to know what happens if we get caught doing that. We could lose our YouTuber card and people might point and laugh at us. So we got to call it a hack. I've been slowly rebuilding my fence here. It's to keep the deer out of the garden. I got the posts up. I still haven't tightened up the wire, but I'm building it to be mower friendly. In rebuilding this fence, I'm using I'm using a hack that my dad taught me. All you do, this could have been another close one. Hopefully I don't forget these wasps are here when I demonstrate this in a minute. That might make good video though, more so for you, not so much for me. All you need to do is build the bottom of your fence just a little bit up off the ground. That way your mower string or whatever you're using will go underneath it and won't hit the fence. Since I'm out of string and I don't want to use the string trimmer anyway, I'm going to put my other thing on the thing. I'll be right back. When it comes to mowing, this has become my preferred implement of destruction. This and a wire fence are definitely not going to want to play nice together. Not really, I just staged all that. See, this way you get the entertainment of watching me get stung and do the bee dance, and I didn't have to get stung. Win-win. These wasps that build these open nests that don't have the paper around them, and they're not the ones underground, the yellow jackets, these are not very aggressive. When I was running this trimmer right under them, they don't care. Yellow jackets and hornets, those things are nasty, they have bad attitudes, but with these you really have to get up in their business before one of them might sting you. I can't tell you how many times I've seen these in the garden eating garden pests, so I leave those alone. Now I can even get the chainsaw bar under here and start cutting this woody nasty stuff. Over here where the old fence is, where the fence is on the ground, I can't mow under it. But over here where the new fence is, I can mow under it as if the fence wasn't even here, aside from being careful not to hit it with these. I went a little higher than I needed to over here just because I can. It could be just a couple inches or whatever you need to get your string or blade or whatever you're using under it. I did hit the top of this with it a few times, but that's okay as long as it's not up in the teeth. Now I'm sure the question's going to come up, but what if you have dogs or chickens or rabbits, something that could squeeze under the fence that you want to keep in or out? If you have a situation where you need to have a fence all the way to the ground, building a fence that isn't all the way to the ground obviously is not going to work for you. This is to keep deer out. If you have cows, horses, sheep, goats, well, I wouldn't trust goats, but if you have larger animals, this could work. If you have smaller animals, you got to watch out for the what-ifers in life. They will what-if you to no end if you let them. Some of you might be thinking, duh, I've been building fences like this for decades for this very reason. Where have you been? Well, some of us are a little slower on the draw sometimes. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit. Looks like rain's on the way. If you have a problem with mowing in the rain, I have a simple hack for that too. You just wait for it to stop raining, then you start mowing again. Aren't you glad you tune into this channel for that level of information? These sprinkles are getting heavier. I'm going to put my tools away. If you haven't seen my videos about this contraption, I'll put a link somewhere and maybe something else for you to watch. I'm getting wet.